Now to our continuing coverage of the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee.
Yeah, a lot of you have been paying attention to what's happening, especially those of you who are still undecided on who you want to select in November. It is day 2 of the convention, and today's theme is Make America Safer Again. Delegates will be hearing a lot about crime and immigration during the speeches. 2 former Trump challengers, Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, are among the most anticipated speakers. Joining us live from Milwaukee is another former presidential challenger, former Arkansas governor and Scripps News contributor Asa Hutchinson. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate having you, sir.
Absolutely. Good to be with you.
So you're there in the weeks and days in Milwaukee, pretty lively so far. Talk to us about what you've been seeing and hearing.
Well, there's a great deal of enthusiasm, and despite the assassination attempt last week, there's a excitement, there's a confidence about the future. Last night, of course, former President Trump was greeted as a welcoming or returning hero. Tonight's is a very important night with many other candidates that will be speaking, Nikki Haley particularly, who lasted the longest. We will see what she has to say, and I think it'll be very important when you speak of security as to whether she'll address security from Russia, Putin, our support for Ukraine, which goes against Donald Trump's policies. So that will be an interesting dynamic tonight.
Yeah, we just saw images of the former president from last night walking in, waving that ear in a bandage. You called Trump's VP pick, J.D. Vance, a strategic choice. So what does Senator Vance bring to his campaign and efforts to win?
Well, first of all, he brings a great story, rising from poverty, becoming a United States Senator, and he communicates to middle-class America. He understands the industrial base of Wisconsin and Michigan and Ohio. So I think that's an ingredient that's helpful. Secondly, he served in the military, and he's very loyal to Trump. And so he adopts Trump's philosophy, his MAGA agenda. And, the question is, does that add any independent votes to the mix for Donald Trump? That remains to be seen. And he's a new person. A lot of people don't know him. So his night tomorrow night is a big night for him to be introduced to America.
Yeah, first millennial making their way to the ticket as well, sir. We're expected to hear from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis tonight. Many considered him a rising star within the Republican Party. Many thought he would be a challenge for Trump for the presidential nomination. So how do you see DeSantis' future in the party with J.D. Vance becoming this next Republican in line for the presidency?
Well, I mean, that's a great question, because the assumption is that J.D. Vance being picked is to be the next heir apparent to the MAGA agenda, and Ron DeSantis very well will try to claim that. And so it really reflects the fact that the Republican Party has a lot of leaders for our future, and there will be competition and change and things that are totally unpredictable. So it's a big night for Ron DeSantis, but I expect him to fully embrace Donald Trump and what he's trying to accomplish, and obviously tell the Florida story as well.
All right. Anything you're expecting to see, sir?
Well, the big thing to me is Nikki Haley, and one, how will she be greeted? Because yesterday Mitch McConnell, the majority leader of the Senate, was not greeted very well. He was in fact booed. How will she be received? And then secondly, will she compromise her message, or will she stick to the message that she ran on? Those are things I think to watch, and whether that actually amounts to an endorsement of Donald Trump by Nikki Haley. I think those are key factors for tonight.
All right. Former Arkansas governor and GOP presidential candidate Asa Hutchinson, thank you for your time. Appreciate you joining us.
Great to be with you. Thank you.